If you are here, it is because you have trouble falling asleep. Maybe not every day, but some days it happens. So you lay down, you close your eyes, but your mind doesn't stop. You can't find a comfortable position and turn your brain off. And of course, you have to get up early next morning. This is what happens to you, isn't it? And my question to you is, why? Why can't you fall asleep easily those days? There are multiple reasons why this can happen that I will talk about in this video. And I will also share some tips that you can try out to overcome it. But have in mind that these are general tips. You will see the best results when you find out why you specifically can fall asleep easily. And I would love to help you find out why. So send me an email, it's 100% free and I will be very happy to know more about you and give you specific suggestions for your case. My email is your.new.buddy.philippe@gmail.com. Use me and abuse me, guys. I'm here for you. Seriously. Now, what possible reasons may be keeping you from falling asleep? The most common reason is stress/anxiety. When we are worried with something, our body is on an alert mode and not in a relaxed and ready for sleep mode. Other reason may be your sleep schedule is broken. That is what happens when we have jet lag, but it can also happen without traveling. You may want to sleep, but your body is not ready for that. And the list continues. If you have too much caffeine, you will have trouble falling asleep. If you have too much light before bed, it will also make it difficult. If you have an uncomfortable bed, and so on and so on and so on. There are multiple reasons. Some impact more than others. That's why we should discuss it on a one-on-one level, so we can find out specifically for you what's keeping you from falling asleep. Email me, don't be shy. What you have to lose? These are the main reasons that can be preventing you from falling asleep easily. And maybe you are affected by one of them, or maybe there are 2 or 3 piling up. Now, let's start by the main reason that affects our sleep: stress. You have 2 areas when you can work on. The first one is to avoid feeling stressed when you're going to bed. The second one is to reduce the amount of stress when you are already stressed. Yes, because of course we can only avoid it until a point. Again, you should find out why you are stressed and work on it. Usually, we get stressed by things we cannot control or for future moments that will be challenging for us. There are multiple exercises that you can do to feel more comfortable and to accept the things that we can control. Usually, there is really no benefit from stressing out. So, train yourself to be calmer and allow yourself to have a good night of sleep. Once again, reach out to me and let's talk about what stresses you out. Just by talking about it, you will feel better and maybe, just maybe, I can give you some cool advice on how to handle those stressful moments. My email is in the description below. But what about when you are already stressed and you want to sleep? Well, you should focus on closing the topic in your mind. Take like 5 minutes and think or write down what is worrying you and what will you do about it. Define a plan, a simple one, and close the topic in your mind. Maybe your plan is to think how to solve it in the next morning, but for now you don't need to think on it. Also, you can take a warm shower to help you relax a little bit and be ready to sleep. The goal here is to take a break from the thinking and the worrying. At night we want to rest, so let's leave the worry for the next morning. This is a mental exercise that you should work on, and with practice you will get better. Also, there are some breathing exercises that may be useful to help you relax. Now, what to do when you have your sleep schedule broken? Why is it broken in the first place? Probably because you have been going to bed and waking up at inconsistent hours. So, mainly the solution is to be more consistent. Going to bed at consistent hours helps your body and brain know when you should be sleepy. If one day you go to sleep at 9 p.m. and in the next day at 3 a.m., your brain will be very confused, and so when you try to sleep, you can't. Find a regular schedule and it will become much easier to sleep well. About the other topics, You should really try to understand what is bothering you and why you can't sleep. If you are taking too much caffeine a few hours before sleep, the solution is obvious: stop it. If you have an uncomfortable bed, well, buy a new mattress or buy a new pillow, or at least find a way to make it more comfortable. Depending on the reason, you should find some actions on how to overcome it. Summarizing the topic, you should first find out why you can't sleep easily and then find out what actions you can try out. And you can count on me for that. Email me. I really want to know your challenges and help you out. your.new.buddy.philippe@gmail.com. Also, I have 2 videos on the topic that might bring some more tips and ideas on how to improve. Thank you for watching and see you next video.